to the very first episode of Where in the World is Katelyn Going to Be? So, over the next 11 days, I'm going to be going over the 11 countries I will be visiting starting in October. I want to start by thanking everyone who has donated. It has been greatly appreciated, and I hope you subscribe to my blog to keep following my updates. So, what is the first country you're going to visit, Katelyn? Let's see. Oh, over here, we're going to be visiting Costa Rica. So Costa Rica is located just below Nicaragua and above Panama. So, I won't exactly know what I'm going to be doing in each country till about 4 months ahead of time. But I do have an idea of the different organizations I will be partnering with. So within Costa Rica, I will be partnering either with Ocean's Edge Ministries, which this is a ministry team that works with youth, prenatal centers, kids clubs, service projects throughout town. And their ministry is a training and equipping ministry that teaches living and working while simultaneously living missionally. They are a nonprofit organization located at Jaco Beach. Another one of the organizations I could be working with is Conex Extreme Service. Now, this organization is very active in medical missions, evangelism, outreach events, kids clubs, and much more, and loves to take in visiting missionary teams to work with public schools and local churches. Now, this organization is located in the capital at San Jose. Very interesting. Another one of these organizations I could be partnering with is Metro Ministries. Metro Ministries is an organization dedicated to serving boys and girls growing up in the roughest circumstances and environments in San Jose. They serve over 150 children and 30 teenagers weekly. That's amazing. So they continuously strive to rescue suffering and hurting children, offering them a message of love and hope that encourage them to keep strong and stay in school and away from gangs, drugs, and other destructive or criminal behaviors. One of the final projects that I may be partnering with could be the Abraham Project. The Abraham Project is dedicated to serving and transforming the local community of Villas de Arico through evangelism, discipleship, and social involvement. The Abraham Project operates 2 children's homes, providing temporary housing for children at risk of being declared abandoned by the government. So our focus in Costa Rica will include camp ministry, feeding programs, sex trafficking ministry, community outreach, children's ministry, youth ministry, evangelism, and manual labor. So our journey will be launching in Costa Rica, and we will get to join the World Race Ministry partners and share the powerful love of Jesus in slums devastated by gang violence and poverty. There will be opportunities to share the gospel with local businesses, tourists, and even just the locals around town. So we ultimately will be showing this Pura Vida nation the true source of life. Pura Vida is commonly heard throughout Costa Rica. It means pure life and is often used as a greeting of hello and goodbye. Now I'm about to share some fun facts about Costa Rica. Costa Rica is very small. It is about the size of West Virginia, but smaller than Lake Michigan if you measure it from the northwest to the southwest side. When my squad is in Costa Rica, we are going to be there during the wet season. So Costa Rica is known for having only 2 seasons, the dry season and the wet season. And lucky for my group, we'll be there during the wet season. During this time, I'm definitely going to need to bring a rain jacket and hopefully try to stay away from the mosquitoes. However, within Costa Rica, we will have incredible opportunities to see hopefully some turtles lay some eggs, and also the vegetation is going to be very lively during this time. Costa Rica is a small country with a population of only about 5 million people. The capital within this country is San Jose. There are so many different types of species of animals, and one of the coolest species to me is this little lizard that is named after Christ himself. The lizard is called a basiliki, and he can run across the surface of the water whenever he gets alarmed, which is pretty cool to me. Another fun fact about Costa Rica is the sun rises and sets at approximately the same time every day. So at 5:45 a.m. the sun will be rising, and at 5:45 p.m. the sun will set. Throughout the year, there's only about a 15-minute difference because it's so close to the equator. Costa Rica's national musical instrument is the marimba, which is kind of like a xylophone on top, but then it has pipes hanging down underneath. Costa Rica possesses about 52 of the New World's 300 hummingbird species, making it the hummingbird capital of the world, which is very impressive because this country is so small. Costa Rica is also known as a green country. Almost 95% of Costa Rica's energy is derived from renewable resources, either geothermal or hydroelectric. With this abundance of clean energy, the country is well on its way to becoming entirely carbon neutral by 2021. So, the interesting thing about Costa Rica is they are known for their active volcano. But they do not have an active military. They are one of the only countries without an active military. Costa Rica is known as such a peaceful country, and they gained their independence twice without shedding any blood. And so they first had to declare their independence from Spain, which is right above me, and then they had to claim their independence from Central America themselves. Costa Rica is also the second largest exporter of bananas in the world after Ecuador, which, if you know me, I'm super pumped because where there's bananas, that means there's monkeys. So within Costa Rica, there are about 4 common species of monkeys: the howler, the squirrel, the spider, and the white-faced monkey. But there are an estimated 20,000 different species of spiders within Costa Rica, which is not fun. Within Costa Rica, though, there is one island, Isle del Coco. It's the most remote part of Costa Rica. It's nearly 360 miles, and it's near the Pacific Ocean. But millions of people have seen this island in the movie Jurassic Park, which is pretty cool. And also, another interesting fact, it is a crime to drive your car in San Jose on the day of the week that corresponds to the last number on your car's license plate. So if your car's license plate had like a 3 on it, you couldn't drive in San Jose on Wednesday. So, another fun thing, we are going to talk about the food throughout Costa Rica. And also at the bottom of this post, I will add some of the recipes that you guys are welcome to try. So, the food in Costa Rica is very fresh and healthy, and you'll very rarely find anything in a can. Costa Rica also does not like spicy food. The spiciest you'll see their food is being spiced with black pepper itself. However, Costa Rica is known for their beans and rice based at every meal. And there is the 3 most famous dishes of the countries are casado, gallo pinto, and arroz con pollo. And so Costa Rica is a very exciting country to be at. To end this session of where in the world is Katelyn going to be, I'm going to end with the crucifixion of Jesus, because this is Good Friday, and I felt it was a good way to end our little time together. So, the crucifixion, found in Matthew 27, starting at verse 33. And when they came to a place called Galleth, which means place of a skull, they gave him wine to drink mixed with gall. And after tasting it, he was unwilling to drink. And then when they had crucified him, they divided up his garments among themselves by casting lots. And sitting down, they began to keep watch over him there. And above his head they put up the charge against him, which read, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." And at that time 2 robbers were crucified with him, one on the right and one on the left. And those passing by were hurling abuse at him, wagging their heads and saying, "You are going to destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. Save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." In the same way, the chief priests, also along with the scribes and elders, were mocking him and saying, "He saved others, he cannot save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe in him. He trusts in God, let God rescue him now, if he delights in him, for he said, 'I am the Son of God.'" The robbers who had been crucified with him were also insulting him with the same words. Now from the 6th hour darkness fell upon all the land until the 9th hour. About the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani?" That is, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And some of those who were standing there when they heard it began saying, "This man is calling for Elijah." Immediately one of them ran, and taking a sponge, he filled it with sour wine and put it on a reed and gave him a drink. But the rest of them said, "Let us see whether Elijah will come save him." And Jesus cried out again with a loud voice and yelled up his spirit. And behold, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth shook and the rocks were split. The tombs were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. And coming out of the tombs after his resurrection, they entered the holy city and appeared to many. Now the centurion and those who were with him keep guarding over Jesus, when they saw the earthquake and the things that were happening, became very frightened and said, "Truly, this was the Son of God." Thank you for joining me in today's episode of Where in the World is Katelyn Going to Be? Tune in next time.